Many families on this estate in Wolverhampton receive housing benefit. They are a snapshot of the millions who need it, both the unemployed and the employed. As rent costs rise, with wages failing to keep up, more than 300 working people a day, that's 1 every 5 minutes, are forced to turn to the government for housing help, at a time when benefit caps are getting stricter, with schemes like the so-called bedroom tax.
We've been here 16 years now.
David Scriven lives in a 4-bedroomed house, but 5 of his 6 children have grown up and moved out, leaving 2 empty rooms.
This one over here is our son's room, who still lives here with us.
David is willing to move, but there's a shortage of smaller houses in his area, leaving him to pick up the bill through benefit cuts.
It's costing me £105 every 4 weeks. I says, and we're stuck in that rut because we cannot find a property anywhere to our needs. I'd rather stay in a home I know, where I know everybody, and not having to move miles away where I don't know anybody at all, and having to leave the family. I'd be distraught.
On streets like this, up and down the UK, there is what many would see as a growing no-win situation. People losing money through housing benefit cuts if they stay put, but facing a real struggle to find somewhere suitable to go if they choose to move. It's a problem the Shadow Housing Minister and MP for this area wants to change.
There are many people hit by the bedroom tax who are struggling, who want to move and can't move to another council home because there simply aren't them available. So they're moving into the private rented sector, some of them, not many, and that's, guess what, costing the taxpayer more because rents are higher in the private rented sector than renting a council house.
So the public money just isn't staying public?
No.
The housing benefit bill is the highest it's ever been. Earlier this week, the Housing Minister told 5 News that taxpayers shouldn't fund anyone to live in properties that are bigger than they need, and that reform will make the system fairer for everyone.
We couldn't carry on growing the benefits bill to the level it was. It was already up to £24 billion, and we had to stop that. We've got to make sure when we had a million spare rooms free, and yet we'd got tens of thousands, in fact hundreds of thousands of people waiting on waiting lists trying to actually get a house. We've got to intervene to be able to make that right.
When you look at the bigger picture of housing benefit, it's clear something's got to give. The proportion of claimants who are working continues to grow. Even with a wage coming in, they just can't keep up with the rising cost of having a roof over their head. It's just over 30 years since housing benefits were first introduced, a safety net designed to help those in real need. But with so much of the money ultimately going into the hands of private landlords, many would question just who really benefits. Peter Lane, 5 News.